Look at this dam. Modern infrastructure is often built on the assumption that transforming the Earth requires its destruction. We accept environmental sacrifice as a standard cost of global development. We have been trained to see a river covered in thick white foam and view it as a byproduct of innovation. We treat the poisoning of vital resources as an unavoidable price for the benefits of industry. But this mindset is a specific philosophical choice, not a law of human advancement. The idea that we must conquer the landscape to thrive is a relatively recent development. True innovation is defined by what we manage to preserve while reaching a human goal. The scale of the achievement is found in the lack of destruction. The Vālmīki-Rāmāyaṇa presents a different model. When the hero Rama faces the challenge of moving an army across a churning ocean to reach Lanka, he does not attempt to subdue the sea. Instead, he prays to the sea god for permission to build a floating bridge. His primary constraint is that the structure must not obstruct the natural flow of the water. The crossing is successful, the army reaches the far shore, and the marine ecosystem remains undisturbed because the bridge worked with the environment rather than against it. If an ancient text could conceptualize a massive engineering project that prioritized ecological integrity, why does our modern standard still rely so heavily on the bulldozer? Many modern development projects are rooted in anthropocentrism, the belief that humans hold dominion over the earth and all other species. The philosophy of advaita replaces the pyramid with a circle, placing humans, animals, and natural bodies on an equal plane. Living within this circle, forest dwellers acquired precise ecological knowledge, understanding their surroundings as participants in the ecosystem, not owners of it. In this framework, the most effective engineers are not those who replace a landscape, but those who operate in harmony with its existing functions. There is often an argument that human survival must eventually take precedence over the environment, that we can't afford to be paralyzed by preservation. The text frames this through dharma, or righteousness. This is presented as a binding obligation to uphold the ecological order. To violate that order is to invite instability. This principle is tested when they kill the golden deer, breaking the interspecies bond and violating the ecological dharma they were meant to protect. The result of this violation is immediate. By disrupting the harmony of the woods, they trigger a sequence of events that leads to their own severe, lifelong suffering. The narrative implies a feedback loop. Any human-led disturbance in the lives of flora and fauna ultimately brings desolation back to the humans responsible. The text suggests that the same disregard leads to broader consequences. Our current global water crises and the acceleration of species extinction are the observable outcomes of this shift in worldview. When a complex biome is treated merely as a commercial resource, the mutual bond between humans and nature is severed. Projects like mass tunneling and large-scale mining treat the Earth as an obstacle to be cleared. This physical scarring of the landscape triggers the exact environmental backlash described in the epic. We are witnessing the result of that choice today. By initiating the destruction of our ecosystems, we have ensured our own ecological insecurity. We can no longer assume that tunneling, mining, and paving are synonymous with progress. A new standard for infrastructure is required, one where biodiversity and ecosystem health are non-negotiable prerequisites before a project ever begins. We are choosing between two legacies: the temporary utility of the bulldozer or the permanent, sustainable model of the floating bridge. Real progress is not defined by how we conquer the ocean. It is found in engineering the crossing while leaving the water whole.